Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here. Welcome to episode 39 of Afterbirth Plus. Normally I wouldn't resort to Azazel after just one bad run on my part, but because normally you use Azazel as sort of a motivator to get back on your A game, J3MC, 3XMR. But right now I am on a bit of a time crunch, so I'd like to give myself the best possible option of making this run a little faster than normal, and starting as Azazel is probably going to be the best way to do that. Alright, so pretty good curse room, all things considered. Guppy item, Bob's curse, and a bad trip wheel was not among the better things I would say, but, you know, can't have everything made of gold, right? So yeah, we do still have quite a bit to do as Azazel, so it's not like this is just going to be a wasted run where I'm just trying to get my morale back or anything like that. Because we do still have to do Hush, we have to do Satan, we have to do Isaac, all sorts of good fun stuff to do as Azazel. And honestly, Hush as Azazel is pretty tough if you don't get the right sort of advantages, because if you think about the Hush fight, imagine getting up and close and personal with that guy as Azazel, as you usually have to because of Azazel's range. So unless I can secure some sort of range increase, which I think rubber cement actually kind of does if you finagle it just right like that, you can make it bounce off a wall and it turns into like actual brimstone, which is a little crazy to me. But so we can just do stuff like this. That's actually hilarious. All right. I wanted to play Azazel to make this a fast run. I didn't want to necessarily steamroll it, but apparently the game has different plans for me today. I'm fine with it, honestly. After the previous run, it'll be a welcome reprieve. Not that the previous run was bad by any means. It's just I played terribly, so being able to handicap myself, or give myself a little bit of a handicap in like racing terms, I guess, not in terms of actually like giving myself a handicap, but being able to do that is going to be pretty nice for me, I think. Clear out this room, possibly get another guppy item out of one of these chests. That would just be the icing on the cake right now. No, that is another Bob item though. So amazingly, 2/3 of the way to the Bob transformation of all things by the second floor. If I find Ipecac or Bob's brain, that can work out nicely. For the longest time, I didn't even know that Ipecac counted as a Bob item. It makes sense now to me, just because by the nature of what Bob is meant to be, I guess. But, yeah, initially I thought there were only 3 Bob items in the entire game, which made it much more difficult to get the Bob transformation, as you might be able to imagine. Alright, Dingle's just going to sit here and take it, I suppose. No big deal. Tears upgrade is pretty amazing. Judas's Shadow. Yeah, I'll take that. Gives me a little bit of extra oomph in case I die. Hopefully I won't. And if I die, I do lose the Brimstone as well as the Flight of Azazel, because Judas doesn't have either of those. But if that happens, I can at least try and go for a Judas unlock or something. I can't remember if I've done Hush as Judas. I don't think so. And I'm like 100% sure that I haven't done Isaac as Judas, so that'll be nice. I don't think Mysterious Liquid actually does anything for us as Azazel. Bad damage, but you know, I can afford to take it, I guess. Although that's what I thought on the last run too, and then I just like never got any HP again, so be careful, careful what you wish for. Over here there is some money. And let's move on down to the next floor, I suppose. See if we can make this a proper speed run. I mean, actual speed runs this game would like be done by now already, if they had their way. There are some like seeds that can take you to the very end of the game within like 2 minutes or less. So it's kind of ridiculous how that can happen. But that's just the nature of Isaac, I suppose. The randomness of the beast. Oh, there's a guy hidden over here. I didn't even see him thanks to Curse of Darkness there. It's kind of funny. Honestly, I probably should go to that shop just in case it's like greed or something. That way I can just at least clear out that greed likelihood early on this run. With this key, I think that definitely secures the idea that I should go to the shop. Pills, bad gas, okay. Not the worst thing in the world. This fucking big chubby. I don't even know if I'm gonna notice him throughout the entire course of this run. Alright, glowing hourglass could be interesting, honestly. But I think I'd rather keep Guppy's head. Let's go ahead and blow this up. Maybe get enough money out of it to buy something. Get a spirit heart. Tarot cloth could be interesting, but I don't have the money for it anyway, so. No sweat off my brow. Oh, come on. Oh, that guy lobbed a bone just so fast. I could do with some damage upgrades. I haven't actually gotten any proper damage upgrades. You don't need them right away as Azazel, obviously, but they would be helpful. And it does seem actually like Mysterious Liquid does work. I just sort of noticed that right now. I didn't think it would as Azazel, but the fact that it does is fine by me. Alright, keep my eyes peeled for tinted rocks as best I can as well. It's kind of hard to see, given Curse of Darkness. I suppose that's the nature of it, isn't it? Yeah, I wanted to do Azazel just because I was worried this would be like another hour and 40-minute run somehow. And I really can't afford to have that happen right now because I need to be at work in like an hour and 0 minutes. Just an hour, in layman's terms, I suppose. I do have this Temperance card. If I can find some way to press that for an advantage, I have to keep that in mind. How I would do that, I'm not entirely certain of at this point. But the potential is in there. Actually, Big Chubby is actually kind of putting in a decent amount of work on this big horn fight because he stays on top of him for so long. I could go back for Tarot Cloth, but I think I'm just gonna take my leave here, bow out. All right. Probably should check out that boss trap room. Never know. I do have to remember that I do have one Guppy item here, so I need to be on the lookout for those for sure. Might be worth it. Cricket's head is actually very worth it. You know what? Stand back and do that. You got rubber cement, might as well utilize it as much as possible here. If you don't have to get in there, and if it'll hurt you more than it'll help you, just do it. Actually, a really big upgrade for me right now would be Lump of Coal, because then I can do that and get the damage boost at a Lump of Coal, because it'll be a much huger range. Much more bigly range, Oh god. I thought Big Chubby was an enemy for a second, and I was like dodging right into his path, and I'm like, oh no! Because he does remind me of one of those guys that we were just fighting, like the things that shoot the little chubbies. Definitely reminiscent of one of those. Let's go ahead and check out the cursed room. Could be very beneficial for us, honestly. Doesn't look like it will be, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. Most things are better than a sharp stick in the eye. I would have to say. A sharp stick in the ribs is probably better than a sharp stick in the eye. A sharp stick in the balls, even, I would say. It's not pleasant, but it's still better probably in terms of your long-term survivability as a human being. I don't know, though. I suppose there's debate to be had whether oh, the clicker, huh? Well, that could be interesting. You know what? Let's try it. I've never really used the clicker for any sort of advantage. Basically what it does is it changes you into a random character every time you use it. So this could I don't know if it can turn me to characters that I don't have unlocked yet. That's a good question. But I think I'm gonna try and use it to get to the Hush fight, and then, well, I don't know, because I think if I get to the Hush fight with a good Azazel run, I'd rather just clear it as Azazel instead of risking turning into a character that's already has Hush, right? I don't know, I guess that's probably the case. I guess I'll go back for Guppy's head. Man, I really want to make the clicker work to my advantage, but I think Guppy's head is just the smarter thing to take right now. if I want to make this run as fast as possible. It does sacrifice a little bit of craziness here for the sake of survivability and just the sheer ability to unlock something, but I mean, early on in the game, unlocks are king, more or less. You want to be able to unlock as much as possible, so you have more items to choose from on the whole. You know? I think it would be good for everyone involved. Let's take Little Brimstone, and let's take Missing Page 2. I felt comfortable doing that because I do have Judas's Shatter to fall back on if things go really shit. Okay. These guys are not so bad. It does suck that I have to get so up close and personal with them, but it's fine. What is that? Is this... Oh, this is one of those super special rocks that I unlocked for 5 Nights at Mom's, I guess. I guess I have to bomb it twice in order to make it happen. I was kind of thinking, like, that tinted rock looks a little, like, less noticeable than the other ones that I've seen before. I don't know, I guess that wasn't my imagination. I think that super special rocks are actually legitimately less noticeable. Like, I don't think they have any sort of color differentiation, and the little X's on them are much fainter. I still managed to notice that one. So I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled, I guess, even harder for tinted rocks from now on. Of course, if I don't have 2 bombs, super special rocks are not going to be very beneficial for me, I suppose. It does suck that you have to, like, take the extra care to notice them in the first place, and then if you do, you still won't be able to take advantage of them unless you have 2 bombs at the very least. Which, I mean, having 2 bombs is not extraordinarily uncommon or anything, but it's just, you know, seems like take one or the other, you know? I think that's just a regular tinted rock right there. Yeah. Got a black heart out of that skull as well. Fine by me. Bloodshot Eye is it's not even worth talking about, really. It's an orbital. It's there. It exists in this mortal coil, and it will exist again in the future, and we will pay it just as little mind, probably. All right. Gonna go ahead and I'll buy Mom's coin purse. Potential pills could be good for us. Power pill is not. Bad gas. And we got 2 1 makes you larger pills. Why the fuck not? It could be fun. I've been informed that it does not, in fact, increase your hitbox or anything, so there's not even any huge disadvantage to taking it, other than it makes it, like, it makes my sprite bigger than my hitbox, so that could pose a bit of a problem. I am just gonna donate as much as possible here. I don't think I'm liable to need to buy anything from the shop in the future. So just get as much money in this as you can. Maybe get up to 200 if I'm lucky here. And unlock something. I don't know what unlocks at 200. I imagine something should. Store upgrade level 3. That's actually really good. Gives us more options to buy things in the store in the future. Anyway. That chest is... Oh, wish I'd had that a little bit earlier on this floor, but that's okay, that's okay. Monster 2, not the worst thing in the world. He's already dead? How did that even happen? I don't know. How am I doing this much damage? That's just, like, insane to me. I don't feel like I should be doing that much. It's some combination of, like, Little Brimstone, Cricket's Head, Mysterious Liquid that just trounced that guy. I don't know what happened, but I am all for it. Okay, rubber cement can be a little wonky sometimes, just in terms of the angles that it goes at, so I have to be mindful of that. I guess, yeah, I'll take death over temperance, probably. Oh, good. Very good assortment of skulls there. The Necronomicon has appeared in the basement. I guess you get that for using the death card enough times? As random as that seems. Yeah, it's fine. It's another unlock, so can't say this run wasn't worth anything. Oh, that was weird. That was very, very weird. Okay, we got our treasure room here. It'll be our last one of the day. What do we got? The analog stick. I mean, I guess I'll take it. There's no reason not to. Now I can fire at diagonals and stuff, so that's kind of cool. Challenge, just fire on all diagonals from now on for the rest of the game. Wouldn't that be hilarious? The sun I will save for the next floor for mapping purposes. We should be able to get to the Hush fairly easily here. I can actually get to Boss Rush if I wanted as well, and probably even clear out Boss Rush. I don't think I necessarily need to do it though. I don't actually, yeah, it's already unlocked as Azazel, so I don't actually need to do it for the unlock. If I wanted to do it just for the items, that's another story. I could, like, if I get a teleport card somewhere, I could take advantage of that. Pretty fly is pretty fly for a white guy. Pretty fly for a black Azazel demon. And in the shop, yeah, let's check it out. Couldn't wait. I'll bomb this. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, well. Alright, the boss should be coming up fairly shortly. Yeah, I'll probably skip out on Boss Rush unless I find a teleport card somewhere in the meantime here. Or telepills. That could also work out. Or like an AWAS rune. That's fine too. There's a whole myriad number of things that could work for us. I'm probably not going to find any of them though. Because the odds of finding one of them are not that low. But the odds of finding one of them in like the last few rooms before the boss fight are probably next to nil. Maybe out of one of these skulls though. You never know. Alright. No such luck, so that's fine. Step in here, deal with Mom. I think it is Mysterious Liquid actually doing a lot of work for us there. That's Guppy's tail. I will take that for sure. And you know what? I'll also take Black Powder. I don't think it's going to be hugely advantageous for us, but it does give us the effect of the negative. So, chocolate milk and... Oh man, chocolate milk would actually be really good. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave that for now. I am confident that I could probably take out Boss Rush if I really wanted to. But I don't really want to. It's just not that kind of a day, you know. Just try and make this go as fast as possible. I suppose if I was actually making it go as fast as possible, I would have just bombed out the other way out of that secret room there, but that's okay. As powerful as this run is, I am still at somewhat of a risk of death here just because my HP is my Achilles heel right now. So keep that in mind. We are getting Spirit Hearts every room here now apparently though, so you know, I'm all for that. Uh-oh. I don't know if you guys heard that. There were sirens outside. Cops are coming for me. They know this Azazel run's too good. It's criminally good. Just gonna let that joke marinate, I guess. Anyway. Ooh. HP upgrade? Or even just like mapping. Could be huge. HP upgrade. Pretty good. Good deal with the devil fodder if I happen to stumble upon one on this floor. And it has to be on this floor because this is Utero XL, so there is no next floor for a deal with the devil. It's make or break right now. There we go. Oh, that's dumb. It's okay. Really should be using this tactic a little more probably. Seems pretty advantageous. Alright, let's head on in here. Daddy Longlegs is shitty. It's time to get my revenge for the last run at least. Hell yeah. Get in there. Aw, nice. Okay, we got a range upgrade. That's actually not so bad. Range and luck. Going down to the Hush floor is going to suck a little bit just because I don't have many keys. But I think I should at least endeavor to try it. Do I think my odds of beating Hush are good? Honestly, not really. Especially given that I'm probably gonna take like 1 or 2 hits on this fight. We'll see what happens with the deal with the devil potentially. Holy shit, I'm actually gonna like die on this run. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? All right, we got a spirit heart out of that. You know, I mean, fuck it. I have to at least try this. I still have Dark Judas to fall back on. Oh, Curse of the Blind. So good. What do we got? We got a little Loki, which is pretty bad. And we got Lead Pencil, which I don't think does anything for us. Good stuff. That's some good shit right there, right there. Oh boy. Well, we basically have Brimstone against this guy in a very roundabout way. As long as we stay near a wall, we have Brimstone. And Brimstone against the Hush is a classic combination for success. But on 2 hearts, not so sure about that anymore. We are gonna try for sure, though. We're gonna try our damnedest. We do have Pretty Fly and what is his name? Bloodshot Eye. We have both of those on our side to protect us from bullets. So, well, I mean, thanks Missing Page 2 for a little bit of extra damage, I suppose. Oh lord, I feel like I need to actually get in there and try and hit him with Mysterious Liquid, because that seems to be the real damage king on this run, surprisingly enough. Oh, get in there. Yeah, Mysterious Liquid on his ass is actually going to do a lot more. Well, alright, I guess we're going to try and do this as Judas now. Judas does already have a Hush kill, so all we're trying to do now is beat Hush so we can get to Isaac. We do have actual tears now, and Lead Pencil actually will help. I don't know if any of the Lead Pencil shots are going to have enough range to actually get to the Hush. It looks like some of them do. Also, still not in a great position just by virtue of having only 2 HP still. But you know, I think this is I feel oddly a little bit safer right now than I did an instant ago, just because Dark Judas has damage upgrade, the damage multiplier, and not shit range, you know? Which is always very beneficial as the Hush, honestly. I'm not sure what... Does Lil Chubby eat bullets? Is that what's happening there? He totally fucking does. Because I was seeing, like, there was like a weird gap in Hush's shots there. And I was like, is that Lil Chubby or Big Chubby? That's actually pretty huge. I should actually try Analog Stick out, I guess. And I don't know if standing on a diagonal against Hush is any better than standing in any other direction. He seems to be good on all sides, if you know what I mean. He seems to have every little aspect of this room covered. So it's probably not going to be all that beneficial, but it is something to remember, I guess. Oh god, dodged right into that bullet. I have to thank Pretty Fly or Bloodshot Eye for one of those. I didn't even see a bullet there. To be totally honest with you, I just didn't see it. It's okay. I'm not as nervous on this run as I was on the last run as Lazarus, just because it's not like we have a win streak to protect right now or anything. This one was more or less just for fun and potential unlocks. And you know what? All things considered, I've had fun on this run. It's been a hoot. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been oopsie daisies all around. And hey, you know what? If I'm feeling extremely ballsy, I could, instead of going for Isaac, if I do indeed beat the Hush, I could go for the Void. Do I think that's a good idea? No, not even a little bit. But I mean, this run has been chock full of not very good ideas, hasn't it? Or at least not very good skill on my part. I mean, that's even assuming that I beat the Hush in the first place here. I'm on track to, but the fight only gets harder from here on out, so being on track at this point means not very much, unfortunately. Don't forget, a little Brimstone is a thing here. A thing with infinite range. Alright, that is Continuum. I couldn't even tell where the Hush was for a little bit there. Okay, well, I'm dead. Good run, good run. I died in some barren place to that fucking jelly bean monster. Good times. Oh, man, from a 7-win streak to a -1. That's the way as it crumbles sometimes. Today was just maybe not a good day to be recording. I digress, though. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Next time, we'll hopefully have a little bit better time. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, by some miracle, please leave a like and or comment down below. It really helps me out, motivates me to keep on making more of these, and and subscribe as well if you want to see them as they come out. They come out at noon Mountain Time every single day. That'll be it for today, though, so thank you everyone for watching. This is ArgonMatrix, signing out. Thank you and good night.